Ooh, whoops. Take nothing. Ooh, boy. You know that intro I've been using in the last two videos and the one you're about to see again? I'm gonna start using that as my permanent intro for the time being, I think. One, I like it a lot. Two, I got a comment saying that it's good. Three, I got it edited down to a fucking amazing spot. Because, in case you didn't know, the part that has just Aang and Katara's head and the part that has my name, those are two different videos. So, and instead of making them one video that I just enter to every video on my own, what I've been doing is putting them both in, editing them differently. That's why if you look really closely, the intros of the videos that I use that intro for, they're a little different each time. Not anymore. I got it edited down to the perfect moment. And I'm going to use that for the video intro for the rest of my videos. This is a long little preamble, so yeah, part 3. I'm trying to do this all in one video so it's easier to edit. This is it. This is the finale. This is cartoon tier list part 3, the ending. And then at the end, since I don't have that many left, I can get through these last ones pretty quick because there's a lot of ones that I didn't watch or just straight up don't know what they are. So after that, I think I'm gonna do like a little special, like ranking the top tier, like put them in order. Alright, let's just jump right into it. Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, that's a solid high B tier. That's a solid high B tier. It's up there with, it's better than Avengers Assemble, I think, but it's worse than Total Drama Island in my opinion. I'm actually going to put Total Drama Island up in A and put SpongeBob up in SS because it deserves to be there. So yeah, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, it was Johnny Test concept, but I just like Johnny Test way better. So Earth's Mightiest Heroes is A. Fairly Odd Parents has to be an S for me. Fairly Odd Parents is a classic for me growing up, watching that show, one of my favorite shows. Fairly Odd Parents is an S. It's funny, it has jokes for all ages, it has some genuinely good messages. It had an actual ending, unlike a lot of these shows. Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents is a classic, it's an S. The Stinsons? This isn't The Simpsons. I don't know what this is. Bottom. Looney Tunes? There's 2 different Looney Tunes on here. This looks like the new Looney Tunes. New Looney Tunes? I'm gonna put in low B, I guess. I haven't watched that many of them. And the ones I have, they're like, okay, they're cool enough. But I think they focus on, like, using the old names a lot more. Powerpuff Girls. Now, this is another one that is similar to Kim Possible in that, hang on. So much for one take. But, Powerpuff Girls is similar to Kim Possible in the way that, like, it's a girls show that boys still, like, watched and enjoyed. So, I didn't watch it until I got older, so I can only put it in B because I didn't. It was solid, it was funny, it was weird as hell. But I didn't watch it, like, when I would have enjoyed it the most, I think, so I'm gonna put it in low B tier. Spider-Man. This looks like the original Spider-Man. I didn't watch it. I haven't seen it. Superhero Squad A. Superhero Squad is going in A. Superhero Squad is incredible. Superhero Squad, if you don't know what it is basically the MCU animated and so much better. Not really, but Superhero Squad was an amazing show. There are superheroes that guarantee you've never even heard of in that show. One in particular, who I've never seen in any comic, movie, or TV show to this day. I've only seen him in Superhero Squad. I don't even remember his name. I remember he turned into dinosaurs. But yeah, Superhero Squad, I don't know why I like it so much. I just have great memories of it. And there was a game on it for the Wii, and I remember I beat it in one day. And like I challenged myself, like okay, it was like the 4th or 5th time I had beaten the game. It's like, okay, I'm gonna try and go through this whole game in a day, and I did. And my mom was not very proud of me, so A tier. The Wild Thornberry, don't know what that is. My gym partner is a monkey, dude. This is going in C. This show was so strange. Like it was kind of funny at times, but it was just so kind of like, dude, what the fuck is going on? C. I don't. Totally Spies, F. I've seen one episode and I hated it. Tough Puppy, D. It got the dude from iCarly, Jerry something. Got the older brother from iCarly, I think, to play the dog. It was just loud. It wasn't funny. I remember being on for like I remember whatever. I think this was on Nickelodeon, but they tried to make this like their flagship show for a year or two, and it wasn't good. That's going in D tier right now. Penguins of Madagascar. I'm gonna put it in the extremely crowded B tier. It's gonna join that crowd. Johnny Test Concept. I never wanted to watch it. I never like went home thinking I'm gonna watch Penguins of Madagascar. No, but I would see it on and be like, okay, might as well. And it's pretty enjoyable. But looking back, I only remember them ever like replaying a couple episodes. So yeah. Superman the animated series, never watched it. Uncle Grandpa. I'm gonna put Uncle Grandpa in C. See, on paper, Uncle Grandpa is an F undoubtedly, but there's just something about it. It's just so ridiculous to the point that it's entertaining. So it's going in C. Yeah. Wander Over Yonder, I'm gonna put in B. That's a later cartoon. Like that came out when we were in like freshman year, I think. So that's later for us for sure. I don't think it's definitely not new anymore. I don't even think it's on anymore. Like I haven't seen it on air on the channel guide in forever. Like this show might have only been on TV for 2 years or so. It was on Netflix at some point. I don't know if it still is. But it was good. Like the voice acting was good, the story was good, the characters were cool. I liked the animation style. I liked the way the characters were drawn. But like it vanished. Like I remember they barely teased this show. Like they said, "Oh, there's a quirky space show coming," and then this came out, and then it was just kind of gone one day. So B tier. We Bare Bears, high B tier. It's really funny. It's entertaining. It's enjoyable. But there's nothing that brings it up to that A level, you know. Like it doesn't have that little something that Total Drama or Foster's or Ben 10 or Gumball or Ed, Ed and Eddie have. It doesn't have that something, you know. It's a good show, but it's missing that. And I think again, I think it was made by the people who made Regular Show and or Adventure Time, at least the animators, because it has that style. So when you look at something and just the visual alone reminds you of a great show like that, you're gonna automatically compare it to that, and it's not as good a show as those. So yeah, that's kind of why it got forgotten, I think. Wolverine X-Men, I didn't watch it too much, but when I did, it was good. Low B. That's a C. Low B. X-Men Evolution, didn't watch it. RWBY, RWBY, if you don't know what it is, look it up. I never actually watched a full episode. I've seen clips of the dope-ass weapons they use, so I can't really fairly rank it. Darkwing Duck, never seen it, but I've heard of it. I don't know what DuckTales this is, but it's B tier with the other DuckTales. So both the new and old DuckTales are good. 12-ounce mouse. I don't even think this is a logo. Like that right there, 12-ounce mouse. That doesn't even look like a logo of a show. That just looks like someone types it in with a cool font on Google Docs or something. I don't even know what the hell that is. The Dragon Prince. Hold on. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is, but Dragon. Two human princes forge an unlikely bond with the elven assassin sent to kill them, embarking on an epic quest to bring peace to their warring lands. This is an anime? It sounds like an anime. This is an anime. Or this is like an Avatar style anime, like an American anime. Like American artists trying to draw like anime. I don't know what it is though. It's going. Yeah, I don't know what the hell Dragon Prince is what's going there. Drawn Together. Rings a bell, but I don't know what it is. Big Mouth C. I'm gonna put Big Mouth in B. I know Big Mouth gets a lot of hate because it's really stupid. It really is. It's a dumb show. It's fucking really dumb. If you don't know what Big Mouth is, go watch it on Netflix. Your 8th grade and freshman year self will laugh your ass off. Because that's exactly what it's made for. It's made for 8th grade and freshman year boys, maybe some girls. It's dick jokes galore. That's what it is. It's all dick jokes. It's entertaining though. I'm immature. I laugh at all of the dick jokes. So yeah, it's B. It's stupid and the animation's weird as hell, but it's entertaining. Oh, what's next? Duck Dodgers, don't know what it is. Super Mario, the show, or the Mario Brothers Super Show, whatever. D, man. Honestly, Mario is one of the greatest games ever, but the show just didn't do it, man. Another Scooby-Doo. What is this? What's new Scooby-Doo? I don't know which one that is, but I know it's not as good as the original. Where did I put the original? B? I'll put this in C with the other new Scooby-Doo. Ocean, I don't know what that is. Original Looney Tunes. Original Looney Tunes has to go in S. Original Looney Tunes is right up there with the Mickey Mouse cartoons in terms of like legend status. S for Looney Tunes. The Simpsons has to go in SS. No, not B. The Simpsons has to go in SS. It's one of the greatest cartoons ever. It's been on for 30 years. 30 years. It's funny. It has like actual stories that like aren't just crapshoots. You actually like somewhat care about the stories they're trying to show you. The characters are clearly intriguing because they've been the same characters for 30 years. It's a classic American like cartoon that is one of the greatest cartoons ever. What can I say? It's in SS. The Jetsons I never watched. I'm sorry. Out of my time. Pinky and the Brain. Yo, Pinky and the Brain is going in A. Pinky and the Brain was I know I talked about Animaniacs in I think the first video. Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs were Warner Brothers duo. Pinky and the Brain is about two mice that they're lab rats, literal lab rats, and one of them tries to take over the world, and is a genius. The other one's a dumbass, but secretly a genius. It's a good show. Take my word for it, please. It's an A tier. Archer. I've been meaning to watch it forever, but I've never watched it. So Archer's never watched it. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. This is the shit that you fall asleep in a hotel at. Like, you'll put on Cartoon Network to fall asleep to, and you'll wake up at, like, anywhere between 10 and 1 at night. And this shit'll be on. So I can't judge it fairly, because every time I've watched it, I'm half asleep thinking it's a dream. What is this? Atomic Betty? I don't know what that is. Atomic Betty and Bee Puppy Cat? What in the fuck is Bee Puppy Cat? What in the hell? Is this like a Steven Universe type thing? What is this? Hopefully this focuses. I'm not gonna wait to look up Bee Puppy Cat and tell me this isn't something. There's just something kind of off about this. I don't know what it is. Bee Puppy Cat. I don't know what the hell you are. Chippendale Rescue Rangers. C. I'm sorry. I remember Rescue Rangers being great when I was little. I know I just skipped over something called Bee Puppy Cat. It's strange. Look it up. Google it if you didn't see it on there. But yeah, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. I remember it being good back then, but watching it now, it's bad, dude. It's not enjoyable. Digimon. Watched it once. Can't really say anything about it. Clone High. Clone High. I don't know what that is. Duckman. Uckman. Green Lantern. I didn't watch. Goof Troop. I think I watched one episode in a hotel room once. See, dude, I don't know. Happy Tree Friends. I don't really know what to do with this one. Happy Tree Friends. If you don't know what it is, and don't look it up if you don't want nightmares, but I guess the action is good. It definitely subverts your expectations, so I'll give it that. I genuinely don't know what to do with this. I'm gonna put it in C just because like I don't know what to do with it. Sonic X, B, bottom B. I liked Sonic a lot, but I'm putting it in C. I liked Sonic a lot as a character, and I like Shadow a lot, but like, this show always just kind of felt like, what the fuck is this? This isn't Sonic. This is not what I want from a Sonic show. Kirby, never watched it. Evil Man Crybaby. What does that even say? Ladybug something? I don't know. Thundercats didn't watch. Ninjago is going in S. Lego Ninjago, Masters of Spinjitzu. This was Cartoon Network's like This was also during the era of Adventure Time and Clone Wars, and this was Cartoon Network's prime right here. Wait, was Ninjago Cartoon Network? Ninjago wasn't Disney, was it? Pretty sure Ninjago was Cartoon Network. But yeah, this was Cartoon Network's Cartoon Network was balling. Adventure Time, regular show, Ninjago, Clone Wars, Gumball was debuting. All those shows I just listed, not to mention Flapjack was still on the air, Chowder was still on the air. All those shows that I just listed are either S or SS. Or Gumball's an A. But yeah, like Cartoon Network had an amazing lineup. Ninjago was actually really good. Yes, it's a Lego animation show. That's kind of hard to get used to, but I love Lego, so I was already used to it. The story is actually pretty good. It had that kind of Avatar sense of like the special powers, which was really cool. And it was really good all around. The villains were pretty cool for what it was. Red vs. Blue, I watched 10 minutes of an episode when I was 13 years old. Secret Saturdays, don't know what that is. The Smurfs, before my time. SWAT Cats, fuck knows what that is. The Boondocks, I didn't watch the Boondocks until last summer, and it's actually really good. I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna put it in S. It has good action. It has great comedy. It has like great actual stories and messages about society. Boondocks is going in S. I think it's still on Netflix, so go watch it if you haven't. Don't watch it with your family. They say the N-word, so. Another Thundercats, haven't watched it. I never watched Tiny Toons, Shaolin Showdown. And the last one is Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! That much. In terms of like monster trainer shows, I was definitely a Pokemon child, if anything. I like in terms of not only the show but the cards also. Like I never watched Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now that I think about it. So I can't judge it. So yeah, that's the full list. I'm gonna save it. Not right now, but here, I'm gonna show you really quick. Just to scroll up, hopefully the camera focuses. So this is F. It's pretty big. There's D and C right there. There's B. Hopefully this is focusing. If it's not, I'm sorry. If it's, I'm not gonna try again. There's A and S. There's a legendary SS, the top 8 in my opinion. So what I'm going to do now. This video is not as long as it normally is. So what I'm gonna do is there is 8 in the SS tier. My top 8. I'm going to rank them from 1 to 8 in terms of how good they are. Obviously, there's gonna be some personal bias in there, so just get ready for that. And I'm not saying any of them are bad cartoons. They are my top 8 favorite ever. And you know what? I'll make it a top 10. I'll throw in my 2 favorite from the S tier. So I'm gonna do that. Be right back. That didn't take as long as I thought, but there were some tough decisions in the top 8. So I'm gonna start off with number 10. Again, number 10 and number 9 are from the S tier. 1 through 8 are from the SS tier. In my top. Number 10, it's kind of just a personal favorite. Rick and Morty. I chose Rick and Morty over honorable mentions, regular show, Looney Tunes, Teen Titans, Flapjack, Jimmy Neutron, Ninjago, Chowder, Fairly Odd Parents, and the Moondogs. I chose Rick and Morty over all that, just because Rick and Morty's comedy, like, that's the kind of comedy I like almost exactly, as you're gonna see with one show later in this list. But yeah, Rick and Morty, I like it. The story is good, the message is good, the songs are actually pretty good. Rick and Morty's 10. Number 9, my favorite of the S tier, with personal bias obviously included, the Mickey Mouse cartoons, the old classic Disney cartoons. This is what I grew up on. This is what I watched until I was 8 years old and old enough to watch like real cartoons. It's a classic. It's, in my opinion, like the basis of all animation that we see today is what Disney did. So it's gotta be, it's number 9 for me. Number 8, the SS tier, Disney Channel's Phineas and Ferb is number 8 on my list. So technically the last of SS. Phineas and Ferb, I think it has great comedy, great characters. All of these shows in the top tier have that. What it actually, the one thing it lacks in compared to the rest of the 7 is actual deep messages. This was a kid's show. This was. All the rest of them, you can argue they have adult themes and they have like adult level stories. Phineas and Ferb is a kid show, straight up, and that's great. It's a great kid show, but that's what it is. Number 7, Gravity Falls. If it would have had a third or fourth season, it would have been higher on this list. But it's great. The animation is great. The characters are great. The song is great. The story is amazing. The whole mystery aspect, and I guarantee you, like, looking back, it was always like, oh, it's technical difficulties or animation strikes that led them to, like, release episodes late. No. They did it late on purpose so people could theorize and, like, make conspiracy theories about what's going to happen next. They 100% did it on purpose, and that's kind of genius, because people were talking about this show for 5 years, because it took them 5 years to make 2 seasons. And they were teasing it for a year before that. Gravity Falls is number 7. It's a great show. Number 6, Clone Wars. Obviously, I'm a Star Wars fanboy. I'm going to be biased towards this. Clone Wars has phenomenal the best action in the S tier, aside from there's one other show that competes with it, and it might not even beat it. So yeah, Clone Wars, great animation, amazing action, great characters, great villains, great fight scenes, great, like, sagas, like episodes with 1, 2, 3 parts. It's just great, and the messages it has are good, but a lot of them aren't evident until you're older. And it got better as it went on. The first season was rough, and it got gradually better. The last season just came out on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus and haven't watched it, go watch it. Even if you don't like Star Wars, I think you'll enjoy it to a certain extent. That's number 6. Number 5 is Adventure Time. Everything I just said about the Clone Wars, repeat that, except turn the comedy up, turn the action down, and make the messages easier for people of younger age to understand. Adventure Time had great messages and great stories and great morals, and it was pretty easy for even a kid to get them. And I think that's really important in a show, because, like, I'm about to contradict that with my number 3, but that's in 2 more. That's really important in a cartoon, is, like, kids are watching it, make it worth their while, you know? That's what Adventure Time did. Number 4, SpongeBob. A lot of people expected this to number 1. Even I was thinking about putting this in number 1, but I put it number 4. 99% of the jokes stand to this day, if not aged better. The animation's good, and it got better. It did get, like, a little too good at the end, to the point where, like, it took away from the charm of it. But, like, if you're thinking about, like, memorable cartoon episodes, the majority of the first 10 you think of are SpongeBob. It's legendary. It's a classic. It's one of the most recognized things on the planet for a reason. It's very, very good. It's great. It's SS. It's my 4th best ever. And there's not much I can say about it, because you know why it is. You know why it's great. It's fucking SpongeBob, man. You know why it's great. It's a literal cult classic. That's number 4. Number 3, South Park. This is the absolute opposite of Adventure Time. There's no action. The animation is little to no effort. But it is some of the funniest shit I'll ever watch. There's not a lot that genuinely makes me laugh out loud, but this is one of them. Just some of the shock factor and the stuff that they do with absolutely no care in the world. It's phenomenal. And, like, they have actual good messages about real world problems. And there's not much I can say about it. It's funny as hell and it has good messages. Number 2 is Avatar. I've talked about Avatar quite a bit in my last few videos. Avatar, I just finished it, as I'm sure you know if you watched any of my last couple of videos. It's great. The characters are amazing. This is the one I was talking about with the Clone Wars, of the only one that can come close to the action of the Clone Wars. There's great action in the show, great fight scenes, great real messages, great themes. The story is absolutely amazing. The character work is great. Everything about it is amazing. And number 1, The Simpsons. I mean, when you think of cartoons, you think of SpongeBob and The Simpsons. It's been around for 30 years. 30 years. It's been around since 1990. Homer Simpson and The Simpsons as a family has become a phenomenon. Just about to the level of SpongeBob. But because it's spread over all of our generations, it's spread over 30 years, it's gonna be on still when we have kids. When people my age and you guys have kids, The Simpsons is still gonna be new. And there's the whole, like, prediction, like, it has so much impact everywhere in society. everywhere you go, there's something about The Simpsons. It's a great show. Like, there's... Oh, that recorded me doing that? Oh, shit, okay. Yeah, there's great comedy, there's great real themes, there's great messages. Like, I guarantee you, there's gonna be someone in the world that makes the argument of, well, it's been 30 years and there's been no character development. It's not that kind of cartoon, my guy. Look at SpongeBob and South Park. It's been 20 plus years for both of those and there's been no character development. Because it's a sitcom. It's an animated sitcom. It's not like Avatar or Adventure Time or Gravity Falls. It's not a story-based thing. It's not a structured story from the start. These have structured stories within them, but it's ultimately, it's a sitcom. It's an animated sitcom. The Simpsons is absolutely legendary. It has to be number one, in my opinion. It's not my favorite cartoon. Okay, it might be my favorite cartoon ever. I grew up on it. It's the most legendary. The only one that comes up to it in terms of like impact is SpongeBob. I know this is probably a disappointing one because like the other stuff that I just watched, like Avatar has better characters and better action. South Park is funnier. SpongeBob is more appealing to children, maybe. Adventure Time has better story. Clone Wars has better action. Like, everything does something better than Simpsons. But The Simpsons is always in the conversation. I could make the argument for Avatar being number one, SpongeBob being number one, fuck, even Gravity Falls being number one. The 1 through 8, what I just said, can be put in pretty much any order in my opinion, but I put Simpsons at number one because it's absolutely legendary. That's all there is to it. So yeah. See ya.